Tom, there's some really interesting stuff in the supermarket world. The Greens have attempted to break up, I guess, the partnership that lies potentially between Coles and Woolworths in their duopoly of partnership, which, is trying to stop the attempt of price gouging, which they've been accused of, and letting, more benefit go to the consumers as opposed to the supermarkets gaining all that money.
Yeah, so this was originally proposed back in March, and yes, like you said, they were price gouging to try and make billion-dollar profits.
Yeah.
And the Greens tried to pass this bill, but unfortunately Labor and Liberal voted against it, so it has failed to get up.
Yeah, so a bit of a war between all of these parties, and interestingly, the Greens got backed by the Nationals as well to let this go forth, so it's an unlikely pairing there to go forward in partnership too, so it's really interesting, but this kind of disbanding of the powerful companies is what you've seen in the UK and America, so it's not uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate because now we're not going to see those supermarket prices come down anytime soon by the looks of it. So this cost of living crisis will most likely continue at this rate.
Yeah, and over in other news as well, I mean, it's the big topic as well. Julian Assange being back down in Australia after 15 years.
Yes.
His wife has come out to say exactly what he wants to do.
WikiLeaks 2.0.
Yeah. He's banned from all computers, his wife says. He's not allowed to touch one.
Right.
She's had to cut the Wi-Fi cord. But no, apparently back down in Australia.
They're living in an Amish community.
All precautions are being taken so WikiLeaks the sequel will not happen. No, apparently he really, really wants to go to the ocean every day and teach his children how to catch crabs. And he's obsessed with the beach, apparently. So that was a luxury he got deprived of when he was in prison. So that's what he wants to do back here in the homeland.
There you go. Hey, Callum, just turning over to sport really quick as well. State of Origin yesterday. It was the Blues versus the Maroons. And, of course, Queensland won the first game. New South Wales have managed to claw back and absolutely smashed Queensland last night. Yeah, 38-18. So there will be a third match. It will continue. The State of Origin a decider to see who wins the title.
Hey, keen to say that.
Absolutely. You're with Tom Callum. That's your news from overnight. I was listening to Taylor yesterday for your work day, and she said something that absolutely took my breath away. I thought, you can't be saying that on radio, can you? Live radio?
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
There is a new trend going around online at the moment. It is called raw dogging. Yes, no, and it's not in the way that you think. Get your mind out the gutter. So this new trend is for people who are travelling.
I was going to say, yeah, that trend's been around for a while. It's been an online trend on the internet for a long time.
You see it pretty often on the hub. But no, it is a travel trend. So basically, there's a bunch of men who have gone to TikTok and they're posting videos of themselves raw dogging the trip, which is where they don't listen to music, they don't watch anything, they don't snack, they don't sleep. They just sit there and watch the travel time, watch the little monitor of the plane moving to see how far away they are from their destination.
It's an unbelievable thing. And I was saying, as you said, there's a lot of videos of dudes doing this. And, raw dogging on the flight, not using any entertainment. I saw a bloke who said he counted to 1 million twice on a 15-hour trip.
So he counted to 2 million?
Yeah, but just separately. He made it clear that it was separately. But, I guess you've tried and find your other means of entertaining yourself without, all the gadgets and music and things like that.
Well, it got us thinking about this new raw dogging trend and thought, it doesn't have to just be travelling on a plane, does it? It can extend to other things like running without listening to music.
Sure, which is insane. Imagine,
it's tough.
And when you go out for a run, you do see people doing this, and I think, what would be worse than just hearing the squishy sound of your shoes going back and forth?
Well, I mean, professional runners, I don't think they listen to music.
I feel like they would.
I don't know. I mean, I know when I'd run for sports day at school, I wasn't allowed earphones, so I'm just going
running
off that.
Are you talking about athletes or cross-country year 9?
Well, a bit of both. I thought they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, running without music, I would claim that as raw dogging.
That's a big one. Also, raw dogging with food, not putting things with classic foods that deserve other flavours. When you see someone having a schnitzel without any gravy or sauce.
Yeah, that's raw dogging.
Raw dogging a schnitzel.
What about people that wear shoes without socks.
Raw dogging.
Raw dogging.
Raw dogging the footwear. Also, another food one. How about just vanilla ice cream, but with nothing else on that either?
Nothing on the vanilla ice cream.
So I think vanilla ice cream...
No ice magic.
No, because vanilla ice cream is such a boring flavour in itself. If you're not putting anything with it, I consider that raw dogging it.
Yeah, and we're not talking vanilla bean. We're talking like vanilla ice cream,
vanilla.
like a Peter's vanilla ice cream.
Exactly.
That's raw dogging. And what we want to do, we want to open up the text line here. What are you raw dogging out there?
Could be anything. Could it be a food thing? Are you driving in silence? Are you having coffee without milk? There's so many different things you can raw dog in this world.
There's a lot of things you can raw dog.
Just don't say the obvious one. That's not what we're going for. We got this text here. A snag without condiments or onion.
Oh, that's raw dogging for sure.
Raw dogging,
also,
absolutely.
I wouldn't trust that person as far as I could throw him.
Nah, no sauce. It goes in the same vein as what we said before, having a schnitzel without gravy or a parmigiana, you know?
Yeah, no good. Hey, another text here. This is from Connor. I work about 10 minutes from my work. Sometimes can't be bothered to put music on, so I just drive in silence. Well, Connor, tell you what, you could just tune into 92.7 on the frequency and leave it on.
Leave it there. Someone said raw dog in the labourer. You! Could go either way. Sounds a bit dicey.
Yeah, I don't want to dig down on that one. Another text here. Cutting steel on site with no glasses. Raw dogging my eyeballs.
Oh, you're doing a ScoMo.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't be recommending doing that, but all for the raw dogging.
Yeah, we got this one here. Sometimes I'll shower with no music.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's a big one. I feel like I used to always bring a Yui boom into the shower. Now I haven't for the last few months. I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a hard thing to break away from.
Somebody here said not filling up their vase with water. Absolute mad dog.
Yeah, one of those if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, I'll call that a raw dogging moment.
Hey, love this one here. Jackson Coke with no Coke. He's raw dogging it. Just on the straight liqueur.
Yeah. Another text here. Will raw dog at the gym, not wear undies with my tights. It's the most exhilarating feeling.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, raw dogging at the gym, yeah.
Keep it comfy there.
Going commando. Yeah, I'd say commando is in the raw dogging realm.
For sure. And this, oh my God.
Nah.
One here.
Nah.
Definitely can't say.
Deodorant being sprayed? Fireworks? A leaf blower? Guess the sound that's coming from the boot of the car in Secret Booty with Tom and Callum on Fresh 92.7. Sponsored by Rent Buy It. When the bank says no to a car loan, give Rent Buy It a go.
Yes, what a time to be alive. $1,000 on the line, Tom, and all you had to do is guess the secret sound that's coming from our secret booty.
That's it. The boot of our Rent Buy It car. The legends down at Rent Buy It gave us $1,000, and this has been going on for 2 weeks. No one's managed to guess the sound yet.
Hey, and so many guesses being floated around. You've had, an umbrella, a tape measure, 3M hook, a sticky tape, van sliding door, so heaps going around the place.
A lot of good guesses too. A lot of people thinking outside of the box.
Big time.
Maybe it was time to start thinking inside the box.
Yeah, think basic. This one isn't so obscure. It's not that weird. And we gave heaps of clues. So hopefully everyone's in the right direction and get this $1,000.
We want this to go off today. So let's head over to Brompton. We got Sam on the line. Sam, g'day. How you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Really good. Now, Sam, what would you do with $1,000? I mean, you could be the winner right now, right here.
I don't know. I'd probably start off with a bit of a date night, go over to Illuminate.
Oh yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Schmooze the date with $1,000. That's a good call.
Who would you take on the date, Sam? Do you need a date? Because Callum and I are free.
I'd have to take my girlfriend, but you guys are welcome.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So
yeah.
we're second best, Tom.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll pay our own way. That's all right, Sam. Hey, what is your guess, mate?
I believe it's a banana.
Ooh, a banana.
A banana.
Okay, so you heard the clue from the GM of Rent Buy It, and he said, they're predominantly yellow. Is that the thought you had?
Yeah. Come in pairs.
Oh, and what sound of a banana? Like eating the banana or peeling the banana?
Peeling it.
Peeling it. All right. Cool. Sam, we're going to have a look in the boot of our Rent Buy It car, and we can let you know right now, banana is...
Not it.
Not it, mate.
Not a banana.
Not it.
You know what, though? It does make sense with some of the other clues. Comes in multiple or singular, predominantly yellow. So, I can see why you think that.
Tell you what, Sam, Callum and I are still available for that date, mate.
You did.
I think we'll
Have a good day.
We'll absolutely be paying our own way now.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to Warradale. We got Megan on the line. Megan, how are you?
Hello, boys. I'm great. How are you?
We're
Very
really good.
well.
Now, Megan, same question as follows. What are you going to do with the money if you win?
Well, it's my birthday next week, so I think I'll have to have a party.
Oh,
Perfect.
happy birthday. How old are you turning,
Thank
Megan?
you. 38.
38.
good
38's
stuff.
the new
Feeling it.
21.
Okay.
And this is one of those questions as well. Will me and Tom be receiving the invite if you win for the party?
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, Megan, let's get into it. Let's not beat around the bush. What is your guess?
I think it's Post-it notes.
Post-it note.
All right, well, let's get the keys to the boot. Hopefully this is the right boot, the golden boot.
All right, opening up the boot now.
Having a look, having a suss.
Checking it out.
Check it out.
Megan, Post-it note. You've won $1,000, Megan!
I can't believe it.
$1,000 is yours.
Megan, you're going to have a ripper birthday, all thanks to the legends at Rent Buy It.
Oh my God. I'm crying. It's amazing. Thank you, Red Buy
Megan, what a way to enter the 38th year. This is awesome. We can't wait to see how big your party is.
Woo! Thank you so much. I'm so stoked. Thank
Megan.
you. You made my day.
Thank you for getting involved in the show. That's all you had to do. Get involved, and $1,000 could have been yours, just like it was Megan's. 2 weeks comes to a close. Tom and Callum's secret booty, thanks to Rent Buy It. Remember, if the bank says no to a car loan, go give Rent Buy It a go. That is the end of it, Callum.
Congrats to Megan. Woo! Tom, it's pretty interesting getting a vibe of different parents and, you know, how they go about things. You either have really loose parents or really strict parents. I think, you know, my parents were more on the loose side, I'd say.
Yep.
What about
same.
you?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I got away with everything.
Yeah, I mean, the look of disappointment was rife in the house, for
Oh
sure.
my God, yeah, no, they're super disappointed in me,
Big-
but never
big,
angry.
Huge disappointment vibes, but never got super angry. Kept it pretty chill. But on the other end of the spectrum, when you hear about strict parents, it's pretty crazy, and you hear some pretty unusual stories. And one of them actually comes from our new producer, Izzy.
Izzy,
Hello.
good morning.
Welcome, Izzy.
First time on the radio for you.
Yes, it is.
Well, welcome to the show. Now, you were telling us you have some very strict parents.
I do, yes, especially my dad.
Yeah, and you had a story about what things he set up around your house. Can you walk us through it?
So my ex-partner, if he wanted to stay over, it had to be in the spare room opposite my parents' room.
Right.
And my dad thought it would be a really funny idea to set up kind of like a tripwire or a sensor, like a few of them all throughout the house. So if he tried to get up to
Oh,
my
right.
room
Wow.
in the middle of the night, it would set off like a massive alarm.
Jeez,
Well, what if he had
all
to use?
throughout the house.
What if he had to use a toilet in the
Oh,
middle
there
of
was
the
a
night?
toilet next to his room, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So my dad thought it all out, like
Did
it was
you-
all planned.
Did you have to do any tricks like figure out, you know, jumping over the beams or
We thought about it, but it just really wasn't worth the risk, to
the
be
thud
honest.
could be too loud? Is this something your dad had already, you know, the equipment? Did he have it in the house or did he go out to the spy shop
eBay.
and purchase it?
He went out to buy it.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
right. Now, you said it set off alarm in like every room in the house?
Like a massive, like, kind of like alarm all throughout the house.
So you didn't try and test it? You didn't try and swap rooms or anything in that time while the beams were on?
Well, my dad told my partner at the time to walk through the house, and then the whole alarm goes off and he goes, "That's what'll happen if you try to get up to a roommate." And then I think he was too scared. It wasn't worth it.
I picture your partner, you know, hitting the blue or red wire trying to cut it the early hours of the morning.
Trying to
Which one?
deactivate it.
Yeah.
Got the Batman utility belt, pulls out the bat spray, there's the laser. Did you ever try and, take the sensors off?
No.
Could you see them or was like how?
It was like I think it had like a little lock on, like, so it was plugged into a PowerPoint. But
Yeah.
I didn't know how to like undo it, because if you tried to take it out, it would set off an alarm too.
The
so it was like, yeah.
And so how did it never went off in the end? You kept it pretty clean?
Yeah.
There you go.
They were
All right.
scared.
Didn't test the dad.
I mean, we're talking about strict parents. We are getting some texts come through. Somebody's texted in here saying, my parents threatened to take away my uni funds if I stopped going to church every Sunday.
Right, okay. Strict on the religious family, sure.
There you go. I mean,
Hey, and
just add it to the hex stat.
yeah. Another text here from Jess saying she had to keep her phone upstairs in the house and overnight could not use it for the whole night, had to stay completely in another quarter of the house pretty much.
Right. Oh, God. Imagine going to bed without your phone.
It's such a weird one.
What are you meant to watch?
How do you go about your days, right?
Yeah. Got another text here. Boys, have I got strict Italiano parents? No girl was ever good enough for me, according to my mum. Whenever I brought a girl over, it would be a full interrogation over dinner, and then they'd have to leave right after dinner, never allowed to stay, not even for dessert.
Geez, you do hear that with the Italian households a bit, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, let's cross over to Paradise. We got our mate Stefan on the line. Stefan, good morning, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good guys. How are you?
Really good.
Very well. Now, have you got some strict parents, have you?
It's actually it's now my partner's parents. But,
yeah.
So it's exactly what the previous text message was talking about, Italian parents. It's always the ethnics, unfortunately. I've actually got Italian parents myself, but they're nowhere near as harsh with me. And there's this unfortunate misconception about the women versus the men where if you're an Italian parent and you've got a daughter, it's a hell of a lot different to if you've got a son. Mind you, the text message before sort of suggested otherwise. But for me, we started dating about when I was 20, about 8 years ago. When we first started dating, it was very strict. There was curfews, back by 9 p.m.
Oh, wow.
No staying over each other's houses. My partner, she had a single bed, so I definitely couldn't sleep in her room because there'd be no logic.
Yeah. You're just at the foot of the bed curled up.
Like a dog.
Yeah, or on the ground, suggestion. They're like, nah, not acceptable. So, long story short, what I ended up doing was when we'd have a party or stay over at their house, there was a couch in the lounge room that became Stefan's couch. So Stefan would fall asleep and pass out on that couch, wake up the next morning, and then try to sneak in.
Yeah,
but most of the time it wouldn't work. So Stefan would just stay on the couch.
Right, so when you say it didn't work, when you tried to leave the solitude of the couch, did you get caught out by the parents or what happened?
Absolutely, mate. The dog would bark.
Yeah, right.
The parents would come out of their room. What's going on? I had to sneak back into the couch. It was a whole shabam.
Stefan, we got to know, was the couch comfortable at all?
It was bloody brilliant. It's Italian couch, mate. Italian
The good stuff. How good. Hey, we got Amy from Manapara. Amy, have you got strict parents too?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what happened?
Morning, boys. How are you?
Very good.
Very well. And yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. So when I was about 8 or 9, I was caught taking $2 coins out of my mum's purse for the little microwave pizzas at the canteen.
Yeah,
very nice.
Because we couldn't have lunch orders very often. So she takes me to school Friday morning and says, I've got a surprise for you after school. And I was like, yeah, cool, no worries. To which she then took me to the local police station and had me in a cell for an hour to teach me a lesson about stealing.
Do police do that? Do they just say, yeah, bring your kids over for a
back
scare
in the early
program?
90s. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
This is like the origin story of Scared Straight. You were put in a cell for an
definitely.
hour.
I have never, ever stolen again. I'm the one that's at the register like, here, look through my bag. I haven't taken anything, I promise.
What, did they take your mugshot and everything as well?
Yeah, they pretended to take my fingerprints and
Oh,
they sat me in a
God.
cell for an hour and said, look, this is what you'll have to deal with. And I had to have a talk with a very stern sergeant.
Jeez, it's really taking it to the medieval days. Surprised you didn't get shackled up
Oh,
and
it
had
worked.
tomatoes thrown at you.
Yeah.
For these little crimes.
Hey, Amy.
But, yeah, well, it worked.
We want to put you in the draw to win a $100 voucher down to Temple Day Spa.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much.
I'll
Cheers,
tell you
Amy.
what, it's a lot nicer than a prison cell.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Tom, a bunch of stats have come out to say when Aussies have their dinner time and the appropriate time and the most common time for us to tuck into dinner. So pretty much the survey results come out through a bunch of different restaurant bookings.
Okay.
So through this database that does millions of bookings around Australia over years.
Right, so it's a lot of
Huge.
lot of numbers being pulled together here.
Yeah, exactly
Okay.
right. All to come down and say that pretty much Aussies have dinner at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. is the go time. That's when most of us have it.
Yeah, that tracks. I mean, I think I think at home I'll usually have dinner around probably 5:30.
See, anything below 6, I feel like it's geriatric territory. You know, you're having your medicine.
No, I just get hungry.
Having your mushy meal.
To be honest as well, I'll usually have about 2 dinners. I'm just like hungry by 5:30.
2 dinners?
Yeah, well, I'm hungry by 5:30, so I'll have my initial dinner. And then about 8, 9 o'clock, I'll get hungry again. So I'll have like leftovers if there's any there, or I'll just cook some noodles or something.
Man loves the seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting one. I feel like, we surveyed it around the office a little bit, and you're getting a few people that, hit into the 5 hour, which is like notoriously early, and then heaps of people going into 8 o'clock even. So really interesting.
8 o'clock is way too late for me.
See, that's almost getting into that European have a siesta, have a nap kind of territory. You're having dinner really late.
Well, I just think like if you're having lunch if you're having a late lunch, 8 o'clock's doable. But if you're having lunch at a reasonable time, like 12:31, then what? You're waiting like almost 8 hours, 7 hours.
True. But it's interesting coming through all these stats though that pretty much. The idea is that over COVID, it pretty much went back. So the time people have dinner got earlier over COVID.
Yeah, because you're so bored.
Yeah, I think it must be. It must be like, hey, I just really want to do something. I want to eat or cook.
What time do you reckon you're having dinner most nights?
Mostly 7:30.
7:30?
So on the later end of
Jesus.
it, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm not cracking into the 8 hour. Relax.
Well, 7:30 still is like... That's pretty late, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just what I do. It's just a habit at the moment. I got other stuff to do. Watch TV. I got plenty of things to do before that 7:30 hunger strikes.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I guess we're on pretty opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah.
Let's throw it to the Fresh fam. What time do you have dinner? And do you think 6 o'clock is too early?
Yeah, where do you
think 5:30 is too early?
Where do you stand in the national average? Obviously, the most popular time, as we said, is 6 o'clock. Are you well before that? Are you well after that? Are you doing the European summers having dinner at 9 o'clock or something?
The text line is absolutely blown up with people letting us know what time they're having dinner. And tell you what, I got a couple of people on my side, 5:30 dinner eaters, which is good to see.
Yep. Got a bunch here. Someone said that 9:30 after gym is
9:30 after gym is insane.
Way later, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you not eat dinner before gym? Because you're not like, what happens if you have a night off of gym? Do you still eat dinner at 9:30? Or are you having it early?
It sounds like it could be catastrophic. I don't know.
Lot of text coming through here. But hey, we've got to go to the phone lines. We got Foxy from Hillbank. Foxy, good morning, mate. How you going?
Good morning, how you going? All right?
Very
good, mate. Now, hey, what time are you having dinner?
Oh, I'd like to have it about 5:45, just in time for deal or no deal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you love a bit of the deal.
Yeah, see, I'm more of a chase man myself. I like to watch the chase as I eat my dinner and then get ready for the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah, I think, just finishing at 6 is good, I think.
Yeah.
Foxy, what's the best 5:45 meal to watch with deal or no deal?
Anything I haven't cooked.
Yeah. Let someone else do it.
Good on you, Foxy.
Hey, Kate in Morphettvale, tell us, when do you have dinner?
About 7 o'clock. I think it's the perfect time.
Good stuff.
7 o'clock, jeez. Well, are you having late lunches, Kate? What time do you have lunch?
Who says I eat lunch? No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Right, see,
I'm more of a brunch sort of person, and then I'll snack throughout the day.
Yeah, okay.
See, you almost blew Tom's mind when you said you don't have lunch. What do you mean?
Oh, that was in absolute disbelief. Do you get hungry before? What time do you start cooking? Like 6, or you? I just can't get around the 7 o'clock.
It depends on what I'm cooking and how long it takes. So I work late afternoon shifts, so I finish about 6 o'clock 3 days a week.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair.
So 7 o'clock's like that perfect sort of time to have dinner.
Yeah, CK,
that way you get through the night.
I don't think in the 7 bracket is crazy. I think it's pushing it a little bit. I think it's only when you hit the 8 o'clock that's a late dinner.
Yeah. Hey, well, speaking of hitting the 9 o'clock, we got Blake from Torrensville. Mate, you're having dinner at 9:30 some nights.
Yeah, that's correct.
Jeez.
What's happening? Why 9:30?
Look, boys, it's a lot of things, but look, mainly I live on a farm up in Birdwood.
Yeah.
And I'm working down in Torrensville, so it takes me an hour to get home at least. And then before that, I've got animals to feed, so
Right,
they get
okay.
fed before I do.
So Blake, have you ever thought of maybe just like getting a bit of takeaway to eat as you drive back up to Birdwood?
Yeah, see, but then I get home at like 6 o'clock, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. And then
screws.
it's too late to feed the animals that time, is it?
Exactly. They're all hungry, man. They're all waiting at the fence, you know. They're all wanting the carrots and stuff.
Get some
come on.
takeaway for them. Feed the cows some beef, some McDonald's.
Yeah. It sounds like you just need to get behind the fence with the animals and let someone come feed you, Blake.
Yeah, I know, right?
Perfect
I'd
world.
probably fit in with the cows as well.
Good on you, mate. Hey, Layla, over in Fulham Gardens, what time are you having dinner?
5 to 5:30. 7:30 is way too late.
Yeah.
5 to
Good
5:30.
stuff.
So
Good
you're-
stuff, Layla.
So do you reckon at the earliest you'd go, you've cracked on dinner, 5:15?
Yeah, definitely.
Too early.
Layla.
7:30. I get too hungry.
Yeah, I'm with you, Layla. Hey, Layla, what's the earliest you reckon you've ever had dinner? Have you ever cracked into the 4 o'clock hour?
Yeah, like 4:30 probably.
That's lunch.
yeah.
That's lunch. It's a late lunch.
Layla's a girl after my own heart, I'll tell you what.